Hello, YouTube land, and welcome to the Forcing Unison E3 Special 2017 edition. I am one of your hosts, Dantes, and joining me, the man who wears a stupid hat every freaking week, Caleones. How you doing, Caleones?
Hey, how you doing, Dantes? How you doing, everybody? I'm not wearing a stupid hat right now. I'm actually, I'm a squid now. So yeah, I'm just it's part of myself.
I'm guessing that gives you your superpowers to be able to predict the future of what games are gonna come down the pipeline.
Well,
E3, right?
and it gives me superpowers. When we did the global test fire for Splatoon, I had to put it on for a couple of matches just so I could have like an additional, like just. I mean, it comes. It's like I become a nameplate myself, so it just helps me out.
That's fine. That's fine. You're into that shit. I respect that. I respect
Yeah,
that.
great feel for the game. So.
If it makes you win, it makes you win. But before we start, Caliano, let's just say we do a little bit of our favorite rigmarole, shall we? Of course, I want to thank everybody to joining us today, right here at the Forcing Unison E3 Special. Please remember to subscribe, like, and comment so you can make these two crazy motherfuckers happy. Of course, give some love to my bro Caleones and visit shigeronews.com. And then finally, you can visit us at our Facebook page at Forcing Unison. Anyway, shall we start, Caleones, right? So let me explain a little bit of the rules to our viewers today. We're doing an E3 special. What we'll do is our first segment will be focused on our 5 games that we're most excited about. And then our second segment will focus on predictions. And then what we'll do is he'll give us 5 predictions. I'll give you my 5 predictions. Whoever gets the most predictions right win. But here's the good part, right? The winner will determine the fate of the loser, where he'll ask the loser to do something fucking crazy in front of the camera right here at the Forcing Unison Gaming channel. Anyway, that's are the rules. Shall we start, Caleones?
Yes, we shall.
Okay, let's do our top 5 games for E3 2017. And my bro, you're gonna start off with number 5.
Okay, so my number 5 game, and it's one that just got delayed to February of next year, is Red Dead Redemption 2.
Mm-hmm. Good choice.
Yeah, with the type of, with what Rockstar has done with Grand Theft Auto 5 and its online portion, I'm really looking forward to being Billy the Kid, getting my crew together and just assaulting trains, banks, and any other people in the Wild West. So that's my number 5 game will be 3.
I agree with that. That's a good pick. Everybody's excited. It sucks that it got delayed, but everybody fucking knew that Rockstar was gonna delay the game. There was no surprise there. Anyway, I'll give you my number 5, and it's God of War PS4. I am really looking forward to this game. I like God of War. I like the old God of War games. I have all the plats for all the God of War games that have ever been made. So I'm a big fan. But what has me the most excited about is that this game looks to go into a new direction, completely different from the old games. It's a different perspective, and the action is still going to be frantic. Let me clarify. I think it's still going to be good, and it's going to be action heavy. But it seems like it's going to focus on storytelling, which, you know me, Caleones, I love a good story. So I'm really looking forward to God of War at number 5. Go ahead, Caleones, with number 4.
Okay, my number 4 game, and I also have it at number 4 because I've already seen some of the footage, and we've already saw it with the during the Nintendo presentation in Japan. The 2 days following it that they showed more of it. It is of course Mario Odyssey. Mario Odyssey does have the chance to be the game of the year in 2017. Especially since Red Dead Redemption 2 got pushed over to to next year. God of War more than likely is going to be a 2018 game, and other games where have been pushed away. So I believe it's going to be somewhere like Breath of the Wild, Horizon, and Mario Odyssey are going to be the ones for that are probably going to be up there for the end of the year. But yeah.
I'm forgetting Persona 5. I think that one is also. I haven't played it, but everybody says that it's really good. So good battle this year. Good battles of games. This has been a great year for gaming. So, but yeah,
Yeah, great
I,
game.
I agree. I agree with your pick, Mario Odyssey, and I may have it on my list. You never know. So stay tuned for that. I'll go with my number four, and I'm gonna go with Spider-Man for the PlayStation 4. You know me, Caleones. I'm a huge Spider-Man fan. Growing up, Spider-Man was my favorite superhero. That has changed a little bit. Batman now taking the number one spot for me, but I still have a soft spot in my heart for the webhead. And you know what has me the most excited about this game is that the prospect of having a fucking good Spider-Man game. Right? We haven't had a good Spider-Man game in forever, and if if Batman is any indication where Rocksteady took Batman to new heights in gaming, I believe that Insomnia can do the same for Spider-Man. So that's why Spider-Man is my number four most excited game for E3. Anyway, take it, Caleones, to number three.
Well, Spider-Man, I had it as one of the games. Just in case we mentioned it, so I will mention another one.
Yep.
So it's not necessarily on my top five, but yeah, I mean, I'm also looking forward to Spider-Man. One of the things that makes Spider-Man great is that it was actually one of the very first comic book, well, not necessarily comic book, but movie tie-in games, video games that were done. The Spider-Man games and also the Lord of the Ring games, they were the highest quality movie tie-in games ever created. And I mean, right now, even if you go back into it, the way that you could just web sling all over the city was awesome. I know, yeah, you can kind of see it like where the web shooter is attaching like to a cloud or something now, but either way, the game looks great. The Insomnia team they're awesome. So only downside to it, but it's understandable, is that it's a Sony exclusive. But then again, Spider-Man movies are Sony movies as well. So
I
yeah,
mean,
I mean,
that was a huge victory for Sony. Admittedly, you having this
mhm.
iconic character being exclusive, this
Yes.
just never been seen. Honestly, that had to be some of that deal that Marvel made with Sony about bringing the webhead to the MCU, right? So I bet you $100 that Sony was like, yeah, we'll let you use Spider-Man, but give me some exclusivity on the gaming front, and I think we'll work something out. I think there was something there, but anyway, go ahead, Caleones, with number three.
Okay, number three, I've seen the gameplay for it. The main actor on the game is one of my favorite actors. He used to be Star Killer on the Star Wars Unleashed games. So the game Days Gone. It looks like a great survival game. So many zombies going after you, so it looks like it's going to be pretty hectic, and the realism, the lighting, the graphics, and it gives it that nice touch. So it makes you feel like you're in the game. So that's one of my top five games.
Interesting that you pick that, knowing that you're a Nintendo fanboy. So I'm really surprised about that one. I'll give you some props on that one. And you know what's funny about it is that I know I joke about you being the Nintendo fanboy, even though I'm a Sony fanboy myself. But uh, that's not the one that I'm most excited about. The PlayStation catalog of exclusive, right? It's interesting, and I may play it, but I still need to see more before I decide to see if I get excited about that game specifically. But thank you for the shout out, Caleones, on that game. Let's go to my number three, and it's something that I'm gonna repeat from your list. I have to say it's Mario Odyssey, right? It's just it's fucking Mario. Last fucking Mario games have been awesome. If you ask me my top 10 games of all time, there's a Mario game included in there, and I'll say it right now, Mario Galaxy. Those games were awesome. And what I'm so excited about this game is that it's returned to form. It's going back to the Mario 64 style of game, Mario Sunshine style of game, and I love the Mario Galaxy games. I prefer those, but I do miss a good sandbox Mario game, and Mario 64 is still one of the greatest games of all time. I mean, the first time I saw Mario coming out of the pipe when you started Mario 64, those 3D graphics, I was like, damn, this is the future. It's right here. And I would put Mario 64 on right next to like a Metal Gear Solid, games that push the medium forward in that generation, right? Like Metal Gear show you what a cinematic storytelling game could be, and Mario show you what a good 3D game could be, right? So to me, those are the most two biggest influences to me in the industry during that generation where we are today, right? So that's why I have to give props. Mario 64 is great, and I think Mario Odyssey could be even better than Mario 64. So that's saying a lot. So
Okay, so I mean, of course, I do agree about Mario Odyssey. I did mention it already, and yes, it looks like a return to form. The I would say the bad thing about the Mario games on the Wii U is that you had the new Super Mario Brothers Wii U, but that was already on the DS. You had the Mario 3D World, but that was already on the 3DS. So it wasn't anything new that you got on the Wii U. They were still great games. Mario World was a great party game. I did enjoy playing it with my kids, but it wasn't anything new that you had. And plus, it was it wasn't an adventure type where you had like free roaming and you had this big world to run. You were kind of like
yeah, small areas.
like yeah, like stuck in a specific camera angle.
Yep.
So you couldn't really see far ahead or anything. So that's Mario Odyssey looks great.
I agree with you. Mario 3D World, was a good game. It was a fun game, playing with friends and family members and stuff like that. It was a fun game, but when you come from Mario Galaxy 2, which is a masterpiece, and you give me 3D World, it was great on the 3DS, but when then you bring it to the Wii U, it was kind of like, where's the real Mario 3D game? And Mario Odyssey is this game, right? And that's why the Switch first year has some good games. I have to give it credit. The first year, the Nintendo's dropping bombs, that's for sure. Okay, Caleones, let's go to your number 2.
Okay. Number 2 is gonna be Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle.
What? What? Oh.
I believe I believe the game is gonna surprise a lot of people. One of the things I'm excited about the game is it's not being made by Nintendo. It's one of those. I mean, as far as I know, like aside from like SquareSoft having Mario on Super Mario RPG, on what other occasion have you seen Nintendo give Mario and and those characters to another company to make?
Okay.
Also, it's not gonna be a platformer. It's not gonna be a straight RPG. It seems like it's gonna be like an XCOM type game. So it's gonna be like a strategy slash RPG game, and well, just looking into it, it's slated to come out like August, September 2017. They said it's gonna be probably like 20 hours. It's gonna have a 2-player local co-op as well, so you can play with somebody else. But I know rabbits get criticized a lot, and they mainly get criticized because of the minions.
But the game
Even though
sucks. That's the
even though the rabbits came in before the minions, but this allows Nintendo to be working on a different game, and if everything goes well, you're probably going to see more of this, where Nintendo's going to let third-party companies continue to make F-Zero, Metroid, and other games. So hopefully this is going to increase the library for Nintendo games made by third-party publishers. But I think it's going to be great.
Alrighty then. Leave it to you to bring a quirky game to the equation. That's for sure. I'll give you that. I have no interest in this game. I have no hope for this game. It's fucking rabbits, right? Every game that came out before about rabbits, it sucked, right? And it's not Nintendo's doing this shit. It's Ubisoft. So that gives me even less hope that this game is gonna be good. When you mentioned that Square did a Mario game, Mario RPG, one of the greatest RPGs of all time, that was Squaresoft in their prime, right? This is Ubisoft we're talking about here. So, I mean, it may be good. I'm just not excited about it. I know there's been a lot of rumors about it. I need to see it first before I feel excited about it. Let's just put it that way. And I don't think I'll get excited. Could it be a fun game? I would have preferred if they would have put in a new Mario and Luigi game. That would have been way better for me, a Switch version than this. But anyway, I respect your opinion. It's just one crazy ass opinion, that's for sure. Anyway, My number two. Do I continue? I don't know where I go after that, but my number two game is, and you're gonna be surprised why I put a number two, but it's Xenoblade Chronicles 2. And let me explain. I'm a huge Xenoblade fan, and Xenoblade is my favorite game of all time, the first one, right? But the reason I put it number two and not number one, another game takes that spot, and I'll get to that one, but is because we had a Xenoblade Chronicles game in the Wii U, right? It was Xenoblade Chronicles X. I know that it wasn't as good as the first one, but I had my fix. It was still a good game for me. Had fun. I wouldn't put it in anywhere like my best games of all time, but I had a lot of fun with it. Takahashi always makes good games. Well, aside from Xenosaga. Sorry, Xenosaga fans out there, but so that's why I feel that I'm more excited about the number one spot because of that, but that doesn't mean that I'm not excited. And also, I'm keeping my excitement low because I know that that game is probably going to get delayed to 2018, right? So it's almost like I'm hurting myself. I don't want to get too excited. But yeah, it's still, again, I know it's going to kill. Hopefully Nintendo will show a new trailer, new gameplay of it, and I'm going to eat every second of it. So
Well, you mentioned the one that was going to be number one on my list. Xenoblade Chronicles 2 was going to be number one on it.
okay.
What I'll say about the game, same thing. I'm kind of pessimistic when it comes to the release date. I think it's going to somehow end up being 2018, at least here in North America. In Japan, it could very well come out in 2017. But one of the things that I'm encouraged about is that Nintendo, they keep insisting that the game is going to be coming out in 2017. And another thing about Nintendo games on the Switch, they're trying to make it to where the game releases worldwide at the same time. Either way, the system is not region locked, so even if it comes out over there, you can still get it over here the same day. But
you want to read the story. You're not going to read it in Japanese, right? So
yeah, for a game like Xenoblade Chronicles 2, it's going to be for us. It's going to be absolutely necessary to have the game in English for us to be able to play it and do anything with it. Basically, but it's one of those games where you don't really have JRPGs like that anymore. Even if Persona 5 came out, and Persona 5 is a great game in its own way, but they're not the same type of game. They're still, even though they're JRPGs, they're not the same type of JRPGs. They are still different. And Xenoblade Chronicles 2 for me is kind of like a throwback to those great 90s and early 2000 RPGs.
So I will say this. Well, two things. First, Nintendo, please localize it with their European Nintendo team. I want European voice actors. I don't want to hear the Americans voice actors because in Xenoblade Chronicles X, there was some bad voice acting here and there. But anyway, the other piece of it, being an old school RPG fan, I mean, to me, the Super NES, PS1 era is the golden age of RPGs. I mean, we're talking about Breath of Fire, Lunar, Xenogears, Final Fantasy, Dragon Quest, Legends of Dragoon. I mean, all those RPGs. Oh, Chrono Trigger. Sorry, I forgot all that. All those RPGs that came during that time, they were just awesome, right? And we haven't replicated that era ever again, right? And I felt that after the PS2, RPGs took a dip, right? The quality was not there. I mean, a perfect example I'll bring, Xenogears to Xenosaga, right? Xenosaga wasn't that good at all. Final Fantasy took a quality dip too. I mean, Final Fantasy 7, 8, and 9 are way better than Final Fantasy 10, 11, and 12. I'm sorry, right? And I know you put a lot of hours in 11, so you may fight me on that, but still, it hasn't been. But this is the closest that we're getting, right? I felt a little bit of a burst when Xenoblade, Last Story, and Ni no Kuni came out around the same time. I was like, damn, we're getting back there. We're getting back to the old school feeling of JRPGs, but we just didn't get there all the way, right? I understand that RPGs are not, top genre in the West. I know that's not gonna happen again. But I felt it. I felt that we were close. But this is the closest we're gonna get. we're getting Persona 5 this year, right? We got Nier Automata, which is an action RPG, right? We got and I'm talking about Japanese from, just to clarify, Japanese RPGs. Then we're getting uh, Xenoblade Chronicles possibly this year and maybe early next year, right? And then Nino Kuni 2 is coming out also close to that equation, right? So I have to say, this is the closest that we're going to get to that golden age of RPG. So I'm really excited. Anyway, sorry for the long rant, but yeah, hopefully we'll get there. JRPGs deserve better. Japanese developers seems to be getting their footing again, and Japanese games are selling. Right? Square announced that Nier sold a lot, and Persona 5 just was number 2 in the MPDs this month. So I'm hopeful. I love Japanese games, and I'm hopeful that they'll get back to the promised land. So anyway, let me do my number 1, I guess, after that long talk. You know where I'm going with this one. Last of Us 2. There's no game when I saw that reveal trailer that made me wet my pants more than Last of Us 2. I mean, when Ellie came out and started playing that guitar on the reveal trailer, I started screaming like a little girl. Oh my god! Oh my god, Ellie! It was fucking awesome. Last of Us to me is one of the best games of all time. Number 2 in my list of all time games, and just knowing the Last of Us is coming out and that they're gonna continue that story, because that was the big deal. We knew we were gonna get more Xenoblades. We didn't know we were gonna get more Last of Us. So I'm really excited about Last of Us 2, and that's one of the few. I'm not a multiplayer guy, right? That's one of the few games that I spent a lot of hours in the multiplayer, right? That and Ghostbusters. But anyway, it was just it was just an awesome game, and I'm really excited to see what's happened. So anyway, Last of Us 2 or Part 2 is my number 1 game. Anything to say about Last of Us, Caleones?
Last of Us is one of my top 10 games. I mean, it's one of my top 10 games in the history of video games. I love the storyline. I love the character acting. I love. I mean, I loved everything about it. I'm really looking forward to it, but as of right now, the only thing we know is the trailer. We don't really know anything else. Of course, E3 is going to show us more, but I feel like the game is so long away. It's probably not going to be out until next year, or the year after, or something like that. So I'm trying to temper my expectations, and more so on this one than on any other game, because the experience on the first one was so great that I want to keep this one low, just so the first game is not going to affect my expectations of it, and that way the expectations can be raised and I can enjoy it fully when it comes out. So that's why I'm trying to include it on my top off list or anything, so expectations are going to be tempered.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, that's understandable. I'm just too excited, and I want to see more. And I hope the naughty gods show us more. Thank you, Naughty Dog. Thank you. Anyway, that was fun. Everybody knows what we're looking forward to, but now let's go to the fun part. Let's see what are gonna be our top 5 predictions for E3. And this is the fun part, because whoever wins is gonna make the other do something really naughty on the web. We'll see what happens. We'll do our top 5 predictions. You want me to? I'll let you start. You know what? I'll let you kick off. You have the all powerful squid hat. It's gonna give you all the powers for a huge victory. So I'm gonna let you kick off with your first prediction of E3. And to clarify, this could be. I know everybody thinks we're probably Nintendo fanboys because we only do a Nintendo podcast right now in this channel. It will expand, I promise. But this includes everything: Nintendo, Sony, and Microsoft, even Microsoft. So anyway, Caleones, kick it off with your first prediction.
Okay. My first prediction is going to be Sony more than likely will show the best lineup of games of any company at E3. The only difference is that Nintendo will show a lineup that's going to be coming out within the next year. Microsoft will show a lineup that comes out within the next year, and Sony's going to show a lineup that comes out within the next 7 to 10 years.
Ha 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 ha. Like Nintendo hasn't done that with Breath of the Wild.
You're talking about a single game.
It was the only. It was the only game that they showed for like 3 years. But yeah, that's fine. Let's.
No. But let's talk about Final Fantasy VII and Kingdom Hearts 3. There was an announcement that they're going to be coming out maybe within the next 3 years, not next year, not the following at least 3 years. And same thing with God of War. It got pushed over to next year. So what's going on? Come on, Sony. What's going on, Sony?
They always do that. They always show you games, and you know the pipeline that is coming, and they'll deliver like they have done in the last 5 months. Exclusive after exclusive after exclusive. Just keeps coming out. Crash is coming around the corner. You can suck on that. And there's Persona 5 just came out, right? And then the Rise of Zero Dawn just came out. And then Gravity Rush just came out. Last Guardian just came out. I mean, well, Last Guardian is a bad example because that one was announced like 20 years ago. I'm exaggerating just in case. But admittedly, again,
not an exaggeration. Okay. So you're mentioning those games, right?
Hey, wait. I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna cancel your prediction. Your prediction is too vague. You have to be more, because that is objective, right? An Xbox fanboy is gonna say, Xbox show us the best lineup, and to your point, Xbox may show the lineup. They're just gonna cancel like 5 of the 7 games that they show. But anyway, but to an Xbox fanboy, they're gonna say Xbox show the best lineup. So I'm gonna say, dude, get another one. I'm gonna disqualify that prediction. That is too vague. I'm sorry. Give me something more, something that could happen. Okay, disqualify.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that one. Yeah, like I kind of heard your Sony fanboyism with that one, but it's not really too far off. You can't really criticize it because it's kind of true.
No. Dude, that's fine. The joke is funny. That's
okay.
Sony takes a lot, but the prediction is too vague. Come on, give me something more concrete, my friend.
Okay, more concrete is, I'll say Nintendo's gonna announce both Animal Crossing for the Switch, and they're gonna show the Animal Crossing mobile game as well. So they're gonna show so those two, and I'm gonna say that.
Hey, that's it. Don't put too many on the same prediction.
Okay, so I'll stop it at that. Animal Crossing Switch and the smartphone game are gonna be shown.
Okay, that's fine. I got it right here. It's written down. Caleones' first prediction. We'll see who nails it. My turn. Let me see which one I'll pick. I'm gonna throw a Nintendo curveball at you. And I'm gonna say Retro finally will come out and will announce Metroid Prime for the Switch. And it's gonna be glorious. That's my prediction for Nintendo.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and make have you extend that prediction a little. And who's gonna be responsible? Who's gonna be responsible for the Metroid game?
I said Retro.
Okay, so Retro will be the ones making the game?
Yeah, that's what I said. The prediction was, to clarify, Retro Studios will make a new Metroid Prime game, and and they're gonna show it off, and it's gonna be glorious. That's what I said.
Okay. So Metroid is gonna cancel the negative impact of not having Destiny on the system, because it will be Okay.
We'll see. Okay. You like that one? I threw a Nintendo fanboy to you, a curveball right there.
Yeah.
You didn't expect that I was gonna put a Nintendo prediction in my list, right? So.
Well, the only problem is I've been making that prediction for the last 5 years.
Hey, you didn't say it today. I said it first.
And the only thing we got was Federation Force, so...
Hey, the point of this is to make, again, decisive predictions, and I feel it. I feel it in my bones. I feel it in my balls that this year, Retro will show the game for sure.
Okay. Another prediction that I have is that the first DLC for Breath of the Wild will go live during or right after Nintendo's presentation.
Which one? Can you repeat that?
The first DLC for Breath of the Wild will become available at Nintendo's presentation.
Okay. Let me put it down. You're saying the first DLC for Breath of the Wild will be at right after the conference. They're gonna say, and starting today, download the new DLC. That's what you're saying they're gonna do, right?
Well, yeah, they're either gonna say in live now or right after the presentation. So that same day, the first DLC will become available.
Okay. Okay. I'll give you that one. We'll see if it happens or not. I'm already starting to smell the sweet nectar or sweet victory here, but let me see which one I pick here. My prediction, it's gonna be that Sucker Punch is gonna reveal their new game at the Sony press conference, and I'm gonna take it farther. And it's not gonna be a new Infamous game. It's gonna be a whole new IP. That's my prediction. You're starting to smell. You smell what The Rock is cooking, right? I know you're smelling it. You're smelling it. That's all. It's all good, dude.
Okay. I'm gonna go out on a limb, but I'll say Monster Hunter 5 will be revealed for the Nintendo Switch, and it won't be on the PS4.
That's a mistake, dude. They just revealed a new monster. Look, you said it. It's recorded. That's your prediction. You're fucked.
Yep.
You know, we're not changing that one. We're not deleting that one. No. So they just announced a new Monster Hunter just this week. Why they would do a Monster Hunter 5 if Monster Hunter XX is coming out in the next 12 months?
Okay. Did you see what happened as soon as Capcom announced Monster Hunter for the Nintendo Switch?
Yeah, their stock went up. I know.
Yeah, it went up by 5.48%, equaling 2.2 billion on just the same day that it was announced. So with the Monster Hunter game coming out, I believe in August, they're going to make an announcement on 5 being on the Nintendo Switch. There's also rumors that the PS4 is going to get, that they're trying to secure a Monster Hunter game for their system, but that's a mistake. They haven't even sold 5 million consoles over in Japan, and Monster Hunter hasn't really sold well outside of Japan, so that's why I say Monster Hunter for Switch will be shown and not for PS4. So I'll leave it at that.
Your prediction? I'm just starting to smell the victory right now. It smells good right now. I'm just saying because they won't announce Monster Hunter 5. There's no way in hell. They just announced XX. You wanna focus on XX or 20, Monster Hunter 20, if you number numbers, right? I don't know. Anyway, but they just announced it. There's no way they're gonna announce Monster Hunter 5. But it's your prediction, my bro. I'm gonna leave it like that. My turn to pick another good prediction. You can feel it. You feel it. There you go. And my next prediction is gonna be the Scorpio will be $500. That's your prize. Take it to the bank, baby.
Scorpio being $500. I'll say that's. I mean, you are probably right on that one. Since the very beginning, Microsoft has placed it as a premium console, not necessarily one that's going to be for the masses, more so for the higher end people. Either way, for me, $500 for a console as powerful as that is a bargain. But then again, it needs to have games on it, and that's where you're kind of skeptical when it comes to it. So, okay, so you're saying that one, and
yeah, I'm saying that one. It's funny coming from a Sony fanboy. I'm giving you a Microsoft prediction. I just threw a curveball right there at your face. You can see my balls coming straight at you right now.
Okay, so Super Mario Odyssey will be the game of show.
Again, no, delete. That is not a prediction. That is objective. There's many sites who are gonna say their game of the show. How are you gonna pick one? Are you gonna be, oh well, This site, IGN, says it's game of the show. But no, IGN didn't say it. GameSpot said it. Oh, GameSpot said it, so it was game of the show. Delete. Disqualified.
Okay.
No.
Was there a game of show in 2016?
Who cares? Everybody gives you a game of show. It's different. Everybody gives you a different game of show.
Not in 2016. Breath of the Wild swept those.
Did not swept a lot of. There was a mix. There was a mix. That's you're remembering history the wrong way. You probably well, you don't drink. I guess you smell a lot of mushroom. You ate a lot of mushrooms. That's what you do. You ate a lot of mushrooms from last year to here. Anyway, no, delete. No, there's no. Pick something that is gonna not objective, concrete. Come on, give me something better.
Okay, so blah 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 blah. Okay. The Holy Trinity will be finally complete for the Nintendo Switch. Nintendo Switch already has Dragon Quest on the system. They have Monster Hunter coming to the system, and Pokemon will be shown for the Switch as well.
That's what I'm talking about. That is a damn good prediction, and I didn't thought about it, which is hurting me. That is a good one. That's the first one that I would say, oh shit, I'm in trouble, because that could happen, and I missed that one. That was a good one, and I fucking missed it. That was a good one. So
yeah. But you know who else is reacting like that, right?
Who?
Nintendo, because there's some rumors about Nintendo trying to increase their consoles. I mean, they're trying to output, I believe it's like 18 million consoles by March of 2018, because I mean, ARMS is getting a great reception with the Global Test Punch. So you have ARMS coming out next week. Then you have next week. I'm sorry, in 3 weeks from now it's going to be coming out. So June is going to be ARMS. July is going to be Splatoon 2. August is going to be Monster Hunter Double Cross. Then more than likely Mario and Rabbids is going to be on September. And then October, November, December you probably have Mario Odyssey. If Pokemon's going to be coming out, that one as well. If Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is going to be coming out this year, it's going to be during that time. So they have no systems for that kind of demand of games. So they're out there trying to push to have more consoles out. But if they do announce Pokemon for Switch, that's basically game over.
I mean, they're gonna sell a lot. I don't think they'll catch up to the PS4, but at least it will make me feel good if they at least catch up to the Xbox One. That's for sure. Anyway, we'll see what happens, but that's a good prediction, Caleones. I have to give you that one, and I fucking forgot about that one. That one is hurting. I could be putting you in the corner right now if I would have given you that one at some point, but that was a good one. Let me see from my list what's my next one, my number 4, since you already have 4 in the bank. Let me see. Okay, so I'm gonna give you this one, number 4. Nintendo will give you an overview of the virtual console that's coming to the Switch, and will announce the first games that are coming out for the virtual console during E3. Yeah, baby. That's a good one too.
Okay, so are you positive about that one?
No, I'm not that positive, honestly, but it's still a good one. I mean, one can dream. I wouldn't mind the virtual console being shown at E3. Just show us the fucking plans, Nintendo. You got a fucking landmine of games ready to roll from the NES, Super NES, N64, GameCube games on the Switch, on the go, Mario Sunshine on the go. That sounds pretty awesome to me. I don't know you, but I wouldn't mind that, right? So I'm just saying, Nintendo will announce their virtual console and will announce the first game that are coming to the virtual console. You can take it to the bank, Caleones.
Okay, so I'll say the kind of like to pick it up on that one. I'm not sure if it should be a prediction or not, but I think it's going to be side by side. The virtual console will come out alongside the online as well. So that's going to be, it should be probably a package deal. Especially with how they said that some of the virtual console games will have online, and yeah, you'll be able to use the online service that way. Also, they did mention something about Splatoon 2, where you can talk to other people like during the game, but you can only talk to people that are on your friends list. So yeah, not total stranger or anything. So I'm okay with that. But
Okay.
okay. So as
That's
far as
prediction. That's prediction. Drum roll.
okay, so the last prediction.
Think about it really
Uh,
well. This could be the deciding factor. Come on, Caleones. Think hard. Think long and hard.
okay. Uh, I don't want to say that one because that's probably way too outlandish. Um, it's kind of hard. I had 9 predictions on here, but some of them they're too out there. So, would it be okay if I said that alongside showing Fire Emblem Warriors for the Switch and the 3DS, they will also show the new Fire Emblem game that's going to be coming out in 2018?
Yeah. You're saying that your prediction is that they're going to show the new Fire Emblem game in 2018. That's what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay.
So
Number five.
the 2018 Fire Emblem game will be shown as well.
Okay. Okay. 2018 will be shown. That's fine.
Hmm.
I'm fine. I don't know if that's a prediction, but I'm going to allow it since I deleted 2 of yours. So,
Well, after the 5 predictions, I want to make one more, but it's going to be like, what would be the stupidest things to happen at E3 that for any one of the companies?
okay. Yeah, if Nintendo ever shows Wonder Book, what's it called again on that E3? Fuck. I mean Sony. Come on, don't spend 20 minutes on a fucking Wonder Book next time ever again, please. Anyway, okay. Well, I wrote it down. My last one. I'm gonna pick Sony is gonna announce the release date for God of War, and it's gonna be on 2018, baby. So Sony has been doing really good. What people don't understand and they forget is Sony always provides their exclusive the first quarter of the year, right? They did it in 2014, did it in 2015, and they're doing it this 2016, and they're doing it in 2017. And this year they're killing it with the first quarter offerings of exclusives, right? So I don't feel that we have a set first quarter in 2018, which is weird from Sony, right? And I do believe that Sony is gonna say God of War. It's gonna be announced for 2018, and it's gonna come out first quarter of 2018. So you can start building up that hype, baby. Get up in the Kratos train. Shoo shoo. So anyway, that's my last prediction.
Well, I mean, the only way, I mean, the only reason why you say that, first party games come out in spring of the year, usually January, February, March time, is because this game was already announced as a 2017 title, and is more
Nope.
likely being pushed over to next year. So
It never got announced. No release date has been given on God of War. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to fix you on that one, my boy. I'm the Sony guy here. No
Okay.
announcement. No
Okay.
dates have been given for God of War.
Okay, Sony implied indirectly
Implies
that it could perhaps be a 2017 title, like they did most of their games. So
no. Sorry, nope.
okay, so this is gonna be my outlandish, out of the park, and if they do it, they're gonna be morons. Is that Sony either will announce a new portable system or the PS5 coming out next year? And if they do that, they're crazy. They deserve to just go bankrupt.
I don't think they will do that honestly, because right now, admittedly, for Sony, the 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 section that is keeping Sony afloat, basically making them money, is the PlayStation, right? So I don't think Sony is gonna try to damage that. I think they're gonna keep the PS4 up the ass and keep rolling out the Pro, and then maybe 2019, maybe you get the announcement of the PlayStation 5, and I would foresee maybe 2020. That's my personal opinion, but we'll see. Sony is the market leader right now, right? People forget. I'm gonna do a Sony fanboy here. PlayStation 1 era, Sony won. PlayStation 2 era, Sony won. PlayStation 4 era, they're winning. When Sony gets into the race, they're winners, my friend. They just kick ass when it comes to consoles. You have to admit that. You have like Nintendo does with handhelds, Sony does with consoles. Pure and simple. And they're not stupid. They're gonna wait, and they don't have to do. They don't have to react to Microsoft. They don't care. And the Switch, Sony knows the Switch. It's a great companion console to Sony because they know that the Nintendo Switch is not gonna get all the third-party support. So they're saying everybody who's a console gamer are gonna buy a PlayStation and a Switch, like I did.
Yeah, but it all depends because you already have games like the Dragon Quest games that were on PlayStation moving over to the Switch. You also have games like this Gaia, which is actually this Gaia has been a Sony game except for I think it was the first this Gaia came out. But first this Gaia released it back in 2003, but then it came out on the DS in 2008. But
Okay. But
yeah, but you gotta understand, like there's only been I believe it's like 4.7 million PS4 consoles sold in Japan, and it depends on. I know Sony doesn't really view Japan anymore as their big market, but they're still a Japanese company, and maybe they're too proud to let that territory go because the Switch, more than likely in its first year, there's already going to be more Switch consoles in Japan than PS4s. So
wait, Caleones, to clarify, Japanese games, yeah, I agree they're gonna come out on the Switch and the PlayStation. I'm talking overall. You know, and you can't deny that third-party support is gonna be on Sony's side. That's pure and simple. Destiny, Red Dead, Call of Duty, all that shit that people like, it's gonna be on the Sony console. So Sony's saying, if you're not a PC gamer, because if you're a PC gamer, of course, I would then buy a PC and a Switch, right? Because you're not gonna get Nintendo first-party exclusive on a PC, right? But if you want to have the best of both worlds, which is Sony exclusive, if you like Sony's exclusives like I do, third-party support, which you're going to get every third-party game, every third-party game is going to come to the Sony platform. Then you get a PlayStation. And then you bring the Switch in because then you get the Nintendo exclusives. You're set. That's what I'm saying. That's why Sony, I don't think, feels that the Switch is a bad deal for them because they know that people are going to buy the Switch and they're also going to buy the PlayStation 4. Pure and simple, right? So I that's why I don't see they're going to react. But anyway, I'm gonna give you my outlandish prediction. It was gonna be that the PlayStation finally is gonna allow to change the PSN names, but that's probably not gonna happen. We'll see what happens. But we threw a little outlandish prediction there as a bonus. We'll see what happens. Anyway, Caleones, my friend, thank you for joining me because that was fun. We'll see what happens. We'll see who wins the competition. And I'm gonna have to start thinking about what crazy shit I'm gonna make you do.
I already know. I already know what I'm gonna have you doing if I win, or
right.
or when I win. I already know.
Sure.
So you gotta be get ready for it. And I'm not gonna say exactly what it is, but yeah, you will.
Do I need to start buying the loop?
No, it's not gonna be like that. Not exactly like that. Okay.
Anyway, that was fun. Let's end the show. I want to thank everybody for joining us right here at the Force in Unison Gaming channel to our E3 special. Also, please remember there's other shows that we put up in this channel. If you want your Nintendo news, go to the Get In and Get Out Nintendo podcast right here at the Force in Unison Gaming channel. If you want to see top 10 lists, right here at the Force in Unison channel. If you want to see some rants, right here at the Force in Unison channel. But please remember to subscribe, like, and comment so you can make these two crazy motherfuckers happy. With all that said and done, I do want to wish you guys all a good night. See you guys later. Thank you, Caleones. See you, man.
Okay, have a great one.